All right. And yeah, this is the top 8, everybody. We're doing it. We are doing some
Yeah,
top 8 action. I'm excited. Let's do this
I'm
thing.
excited.
Oh yeah,
Who doesn't like a good top 8? Who
oh
doesn't like mirror matches?
right. Mirror matches can be very interesting. I gotta say, there's a time and a place for a good mirror match, but that's not what we have here. This is Chandra dressed to kill versus Teferi, hero of Dominaria.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh my goodness, burning hands in the main board. Very, very clever. Not necessarily good in this matchup, but it's a great call out knowing that Simic was going to be well represented. So I can appreciate that being main deckable. Slaying Fire also fine. I don't love it, but it's not bad. I think this might be take advantage of the free mull because 4 lands is a little heavy here. That's my feeling on it anyway.
And I mean, you're posed to be technically a burn deck too, right? So this is better. This is
Yeah,
good.
this is looking a lot better.
That's
Yeah.
a turn. That's a turn 2 commander.
Yeah, Striker Rich on 1. Just beautiful card design. I love Striker Rich. That card's so good. And Ectyvolt, the Teferi of Hero Dominaria player, is actually rocking the Jace, the Mind Sculptor avatar, which was a special giveaway specifically tied to the Decathlon event. So that represents a,
I
a
think you
good
had to
showing of the
get
fun.
top. Did they do like top 6 or something, or
It was something.
within
I
the
think you had
event?
to get like 6 wins in the finals or something. Yeah, there was this. It was very difficult to achieve.
Like something crazy, right?
Yeah, it was something really good. You had to hustle to make that happen, and so Ectyvolt showing it off loud and proud, with good reason. All right. Chandra's Regulator is going to let the Magma Jet go because a lot of those creature-specific burn spells aren't going to be particularly useful in this matchup. Chandra Fire
No.
Artisan, nothing wrong with that. Robert the Rich is
Especially
looking
when
pretty
it's an
good
open
too.
deck list, you can see that there's only 4 creatures in their whole deck.
Right. Absolutely. Well, so Chandra Dress to Kill can come out now. Uptick, deal 1 damage to the face. Create a red.
And it goes off twice.
Goes off twice. So ping ping, 2 free mana. Or 1 free, as it were, because you pay 1 to double it. Chandra's Regulator is an excellent card in this very specific.
So good, like in this very specific running with exile. Ooh. But this is good though because we're a mono red deck, so we can just go get 2 lands. You basically just ramped us.
Yeah, I mean missing out on 5 damage definitely isn't great, but a little ramp isn't a problem. And the Robber of the Rich still triggers and rips a Day of Judgment off the top. That's actually not a bad.
Which is sweet because now you know there's 2 board wipes gone.
Yeah, absolutely. So Settle the Wreckage and Day of Judgment are not coming out of that hand, so that's nice. Tranquil going for a little bit of life gain. Again, one of the dual lands that don't see a lot of love in other formats definitely have a time to shine here in Historic Brawl. Chandra Dress to Kill is going to be drawing cards, doing the red impulsive draw action. Frenzied Geist Blaster, nothing wrong with that. You're going to be flashing back Strike It Rich. Geist Blaster Prowess. It's going to be irrelevant because it doesn't have haste. And Ectyvolt is going to be casting Chemistry's Insight. So here we have 2 players who are trying to do very different things. You know, Yawgmoth, our mono red player, is definitely is trying to attack that life total, trying to chip that away as fast as humanly possible. Whereas Ectyvolt, our Teferi player, is trying to draw as many cards as possible and not have, and try to, as we saw and as we talked about previously, win through card advantage, trying to crush the opponent by having just too many cards for them to deal with. and not allow your opponent to pop off. Meanwhile, Chandra Dressed to Kill with the regulators down is drawing a crazy amount of cards for Yawgmoth here. Pillar Flame going face. Guys, channel is going to buff up a little bit here. And here comes Chandra the Fire Artisan, which could have come out pre-combat to trigger an additional, or to trigger the prowess on Frenzied Geistblaster. To be honest, I often forget that prowess is not similar to Magecraft and that it triggers off instants and sorceries, but it's actually non-creature spells. Scorch Spitter, that's a lovely little card. If you're trying to burn your opponent out, it just gets the job done.
This could be looking like a lot of trouble for Volt.
Yeah, but
Two
I think
Planeswalkers
so.
on board with a copying effect.
Yeah, because even those board wipes that we were seeing from, so even the Day of Judgment, Settle the Wreckage was definitely good when it fired. But the fact that both of these Chandras can basically just draw fresh cards, and Chandra's regulators can even help cycle away useless cards in your hand. I mean, even on the card advantage front, Volt might be in some trouble here.
Shatter. That's 3 board wipes gone, which is fine. That's fine.
Yeah. But more importantly, it's a board wipe that doesn't touch the Planeswalkers, so they haven't gone anywhere. Ooh, Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah. You'll love to see it. Yeah, some mountains. Might as well play one. Burning Hands. Not particularly useful here.
Not really good here. But we can hit you for 2 and cast out Bone Crusher Giant. Put up some pressure on the board.
Absolutely. Bone Crusher is a heck of a card. Yeah, fun fact, that card is excellent and never stopped being excellent. Just saying.
Solendi Vision. I love that card.
It's rock solid. Solendi Vision into a Memory Deluge. Nice.
Crawling Barrens, great land. I still like Crawling Barrens a lot.
I like
Crawling Barrens too. Good mana sink.
Yeah. Well, it's a good mana sink, and it can become a really sizable threat. I mean, Faceless Haven kind of stole Crawling Baron's thunder, and I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Yeah, I still use Crawling Barons in a number of my decks, especially ones with +1/+1 counter synergies.
And has to. Oh, it's not going to tuck to Fairy. That's or Chandra. That's a mistake.
You think so?
Well, she's about to alt off, so okay, here you go.
Faithful Absence, there it is.
What?
Woo! All right. I had a plan.
It's like Chandra is about to alt. But here you go, 5 damage to you.
Boom. Royal Eruption can go face, and actually there's quite a bit of mana available, so that could even be kicked.
Yeah. Oh, there's a good Chandra.
There it is. Yep. You know, one of the other things, we were talking about Planeswalkers earlier, and you mentioned that Chandra is one of your favorite Planeswalkers, with good reason. I feel like there are few Planeswalkers who embody their color quite as well as Chandra.
Yes, I totally agree.
Yeah, I mean, she is red. There's no question about it. Like, she's impulsive, passionate, very, I don't know, it fits. Like, she just fits with it so well. You know, and being a pyromancer as well, because red being the color of flame, anyway, I feel like she just embodies it so well. Even at a glance, like you can just look at her character design with the goggles and the kind of the mechanized armor pieces that she wears as part of her, outfit. You can tell. It's like it just fits. Anyway. Yeah, I think that's really cool. So from a design perspective, the writers just nailed it with that one. Yeah, writers and all the artists who've depicted her over the years have done a phenomenal job.
So we have 6 damage coming back on the crackback, plus we have rolling eruption. So we technically have lethal.
My goodness.
Gotta find a counter spell.
Going for the excellent opt. Very nice.
Or they can block with Crawling Barons too.
That's true.
Or Hollow Storm Giants.
Mm. You know, I didn't see that there. Good call.
Or, yeah, now they're just dead.
Can
Yeah,
talk
they're just
Chandra.
dead.
That's okay.
Just dead. Because they can swing out. That's 6. Rolling Eruption, kicked.
Frostbite Tap for good measure. Or strategy charge on the Whirling
Extra
Eruption.
steps.
That's fine too. That's fine too.
Yeah.
Got there in the end. All right.
Lethal is lethal. Lethal is lethal.
Lethal's lethal. It's true. You can when you can get there a couple of different ways. There's nothing wrong with making it happen. All right. Good stuff. So that's game 1 in the books. With that, we're going into game 2. Chandra is up 1. All right, so a Scorch Spitter on 1. Pillar Flame, Play with Fire, Lightning Bolt. I mean, yeah. Okay, but I thought that looked okay, but Yawgmoth disagrees. That's okay. Fanatical Firebrand, again, strictly better Raging Goblin. Nothing wrong with that. Consider the following. So consider off the top for Vault here. Let's see.
Yeah.
There's one card in Foretell. Do you think that's another Behold, or do you think that might be a Doomscar? If that's a Doomscar, actually, they'd be in good shape. Yeah. Ooh, Curse of Silence. Great hoser in this format. Absolutely fantastic.
And what did it name? Just to Kill. Amazing. All 3 lands. That's hilarious.
Oof. Yeah. Well, it makes that decision fairly easy. We're playing Is It Now, apparently. All
22 turn clock.
Hey, sometimes that's exactly what you need. Well, Chandra Torture Defiance, I suspect, is coming out next turn. That's definitely going to be helpful.
Behold the Multiverse, yeah.
All right.
I'm actually quite impressed with this the Chandra list here. Like, it seems like it's doing really well against control and against like the aggro matchups like Kinnan.
Yeah, it's shockingly effective. And I'll be honest, when I first looked at it, I mean, I have an opportunity here to say like, oh yeah, I've called it all along, but that would not be accurate. When I looked at it, I just saw Chandra Just to Kill is a cool planeswalker. I've tried to build a couple of decks around her, and it's fun to get her to go, because in a dedicated red list, she's actually very powerful. And so I just thought, oh, this is going to be fun to see. Like this is the deck that I want to see in action the most, so I'm going to be rooting for it. That was my thought. And it turns out, yeah, it's actually pretty darn good. It's doing good work here. Torch of Defiance coming in.
Just gonna try to stick it.
Ooh, a reject.
Reject. I always think that reject is only a creature counterspell. I keep forgetting that it's a creature and planeswalker.
Yeah, absolutely. I forget that it can touch planeswalkers too. All right, Phoenix of Ash, 2/2 flying haste for 3. Nothing wrong with that. And it has quasi fire breathing, where it can buff its power. Now you have to spend 3 mana to give it a +2/+0. But to be honest, 2 additional power can go a long way. So I'd say that's worth 3 mana here. Assuming it resolves, of course. Ooh, and it's not going to. Not only is it going to be countered, it's going to be countered to the top of the library, especially thanks to Memory Lapse. That is unfortunate. All right. Lightning Bolt going after Tef. Play the Fire going after Tef. Because, 2-for-1s are rarely a good deal, but when that one is Tef, sometimes you need to spell 2, or you need to spend 2 spells on it, and that's okay. Ooh, Spell Pierce, that hurts.
Woof.
They do choose to sacrifice the Curse of Silence, which means Chandra is now still a 5-drop. So that's pretty handy. They had an opportunity to keep it around, making Chandra a 7-drop. All right, Search for Ascanta is going to hit the field for Volt. Ooh, Dragonrage Chandler. The DRC.
I'm a big fan of the Phoenix of Ash. I love that card in like Zerta decks, because then it's just pay 1 and it gets +2/+0.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, you can just kill people.
I believe it. No, I've run aggro decks in the past with Phoenix of Ash. It's quite good. Yeah, flying and haste. Yeah. Prison Realm going after the Phoenix. Okay. All right, Firebrand, it's back to you. In the mobilized district.
Yeah, I think it's just start hitting the creature lands, because what's better? They can't board wipe you.
That's true.
Brazen Burrow can't hit it because it's non-land permanent.
Oh, that's true. Actually, there's a lot of those bounce spells that can't touch them. Yep, here comes the DRC.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can cast out your Teferi.
That is an option. Here comes the Wrath.
Yeah, you knew the Wrath was coming, but you still have the lands. Oh, and the Ruins are great. Yeah,
great hit here for sure. All right, so here comes Chandra again. Straight into a Mystical Dispute. Yeah. No surprises there, but now Skirk Prospector's online. Here comes Teferi.
The beauty, I think, does Lightning Axe hit Planeswalkers as well, or just creatures?
That's a good question. I believe it can hit Planeswalkers, but let's check that. Lightning Axe, 5 damage to target creature, only creatures. Bummer, yo.
Oh, but you know what? Red Cap Melee can go face.
Can it?
Not face.
Go on, onto Teferi's face. Got it. Yeah. Sorry, when you say face, I just assumed you meant life total.
Yeah.
But no, Red Cap Melee can hit Teferi. That's true. Yep, Skirk Prospector getting for 1 damage.
Just need to get them down to 2 life.
Sacrificing the island, naturally. So Volt has drawn plenty of cards and has positioned themselves okay here, but I don't see. I think that Mobilized District is going to bring it home. I'm not seeing an answer for it.
Yeah, it's one of the hard things. Like just dealing with creature lands. It's hard to deal with creature lands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you're looking for a Field of Ruin. You already used your. Oh, that's pretty good. But we do have Lightning Axe.
Indeed. And Magic Missile, that can be 3 damage to the face. Baneslayer Angel. That is not a card I was expecting to see in this matchup at all.
Do you pay 5?
That's a tough call.
They say yes.
Tapping out for it. Counterspell? Counterspell.
Yeah.
I say tapping out. Okay. And I guess we're moving on to game 3.
Yeah, no, I honestly I can see it though. They're not going to be able to kill the angel, and the angel's going to bring them back out of low life total. So
range. Yeah,
I get that scoop. I get it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see. Yeah, the Baneslayer Angel was a heck of a pull. So onward to game 3. All right. Yeah, Baneslayer was definitely huge there. That was the MVP of that game, no question.
Yeah. Once Baneslayer comes down, if you can't get rid of it that turn, then you're pretty much SOL.
Yeah, no, a good life linker like that can really change the game. No question about it.
Especially when you're gaining 5 life. It's not like you're gaining 1 or 2 life, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That actually, the other one that has the same kind of feel that it can just shut down red decks is Dream Trawler. You know, it's very similar in that way. It's like once it hits, like you need to deal with it immediately, or you're just sunk.
And even then, like you almost need you need a board wipe to deal with Dream Trawler because it can give itself hexproof.
Right, and it draws cards, so it gives itself hexproof by running out cards in your hand by discarding cards, but then it draws you extra cards, so it fuels itself nicely. And the lightning bolt go in hopes of hitting a land here. No dice, unfortunately. Memory lapse is Skirk Prospector. Ooh, because that is going to prevent them from drawing into another land.
Yeah.
Problematic. A Braid on the Arcane Signet. Very nice.
Countered.
Yep. Very nice. Touche. Yeah. And here comes Tef on turn 4. Ouch.
Yeah, Volt. I think Volt's got this one in the bag.
Yeah, it's definitely not looking good for Yawgmoth.
Still no lands. Just can't do any damage. That's rough sauce.
Yeah, no question. Letting Chandra Fire doesn't go. Oof. Yeah, Acolyte of Flame. Yeah, Memory Lapse was a huge tempo swing there. So this is a Mana Screw situation, but it's one that Volt definitely encouraged. There's no question about that. Ooh, and Narset. That's not good. There's a mountain. All right.
I still kind of feel we're too late. Narset's down. Teferi's down. Lots of land.
Yeah, there's a neutralizing hand, so whatever you cast out, you know there's at least one counterspell to deal with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Yawgmoth knows it. It's just over.
Yeah. Oh man, that hurts. So how about you? What's your I mean, top 4, I mean, I'd go Green Lantern. I mean, Spider-Man, why not? Everybody loves Spider-Man. Batman, because just about anybody on a budget could be Batman. I think that's neat. Anybody with not on a budget, with a budget, could be, let me put it that way. Could be Batman. I think that's kind of cool. I'm not a huge Superman fan, believe it or not. Like, I don't know. I find the idea of a character that's basically unstoppable kind of, I don't know, not relatable, you know? That's why I struggle with that. Anyway, we've got a game to get into. So I guess I don't know who my four superhero is, but I'll think about that. I'll get back to you.
You'll get it. You'll get up there.
Yeah, for sure. So Reckless Ringleader's coming in, granting something haste. We'll see. And so here we have Kinnan versus Kari Zev, the Skyship Raider. Yeah, mono red.
The hidden commander Ragavan.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sneaking Ragavan in there. It's funny, actually. I saw a tweet shortly after Modern Horizons 2 dropped. Somebody posted the Ragavan token that that you can get in, you know, because Kari Zev creates a Ragavan token. So somebody pointed out, like, you can get a border, or you can get a textless Ragavan for like 80 cents, guys. I thought that was hilarious. Like, yeah, I suppose you can. All right, so here comes Kinnan.
Oh man, it's not. Do they have the burn for Kinnan? They sure do.
Yep. Chandra Torch of Defiance. That card's not messing around. Yeah, the thing that I find most impressive. Yep, there's Ragavan, sure enough. The thing that I find so impressive about these red lists that we've seen today is that they come in so many different flavors. Like we have Kari Zev, we have all the different Chandras. Like when you're looking at the Azorius lists, they're all running Teferi, Hero of Dominaria with good reason. The card's amazing. When you look at the Simic list, they're all running Kinnan, which again, with good reason. The card's amazing. But these red lists, they all seem to be bringing their own flavor, their own commander, their own style. And even though they have a lot of cards in common, because at the end of the day, the Chandras are fantastic. And, you know, certain burn spells like Lightning Bolt, you just need it, right? But at the same time, they all have their own flavor. Like this one appears to be more aggro focused, not as heavily on the burn. Whereas the Chandra Dress to Kill list that we were looking at was very much about burning out the opponent. Oh, Goblin Ruin Blaster. Ouch.
Destroying lands. You love to see it.
That's pretty brutal. Yeah, blowing up lands against the ramp deck. Quite mean. Yeah, I feel that Strixhaven Stadium is not going to be upticking much here. This is Who Shakes the World that would be available had the Ruin Blaster not blown up that land. My goodness. Ouch. Kari Zev bringing the heat. And that is game 1. My goodness. All right, so Mono Red takes game 1. All right, so let's see. Fourth superhero. I'm trying to think. I want to pick a good one. Well, I'm still debating. Still thinking about that.
That's rough. Oh, that's good. That's a good hint. That's
Yeah,
a
it's
good hint.
solid.
3 mana rampers.
Yeah, the Caryatid helps fix your mana.
Probably start off with. Yeah, I think you start off with Ornithopter, like the wannabe Paradise.
Exactly. Mana wants to be Birds of Paradise so badly. It's just not.
Yeah. It just isn't.
Yeah, it's just Birds of Paradise. Actually, that's a card. That's a card that I would. It's just it isn't exactly. That's a card that I'd like to see in Arena.
Yeah,
Is Birds of Paradise. I think Birds of Paradise would be fantastic in Arena.
Birds of Paradise would be, yeah, but it's also a 1 mana ramper. I think with the one mana ramp, I think is pretty huge for a lot of decks.
Oh yeah.
If they can, like, turn 2 have your, so if you go like turn 1, turn 2, and they're both mana rampers, then you go into, like, you can rush in your turn 5s on turn 3 without it being like jumping into a bunch of hoops.
Right, that's true. Well, I mean, just look at how many decks are running Gilded Goose, which is, kind of the closest we have right now. It's like it's a go-to in a lot of different decks. Now, granted, Gilded Goose also has some other utility in that food token could be valuable in certain archetypes as well.
Yeah.
But and the fact that it creates the food upon and enter the battlefield trigger means it could be useful in blink archetypes too. So Gilded Goose is a somewhat different exception. But I mean, these Kinnan decks that we're seeing, a lot of them have been running Gilded Goose. Like I have seen it hit the board a couple of times here. Grimrock Knight coming down. Kinnan and the Ornithopter get in front of Carry Zev because they might as well. But the rest of these, Grimrock Knight, Ragavan, Reckless Ringleader, all chipping in for some damage.
All right, we're about to see some nasty stuff here.
A little bit. Because Kinnan's got all the mana in the world plus the Thorn Mammoth in hand. It's a pretty good spot to be in.
Now, what do you? You have to go Mammoth.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, this is actually 3 mana, and you're casting out a turn 7 play. Like,
yeah, feels pretty good.
Then you go Mammoth, and then you end up fighting the commander.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you can go Mind Stone first. There's nothing wrong with that because it's going to tap for 2 mana, so it's basically free.
Yeah.
All right, and yeah, Thorn Mammoth's going to take down Carry Zev. Getting going to chip in for a little bit of damage. But yeah, Thorn Mammoth is online with enough mana to activate Kinnan. That's a scary situation to be in.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Right?
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's just terrifying. There's no Yeah, you need to get rid of Kinnan immediately. You need to have a burn for Kinnan, otherwise this is going to be bad. I mean, a burn for the Thorn Mammoth would be nice too, but 6 damage, that's a tall order. Phoenix of Ash, okay. Rimrock Knight might as well swing in if they've got the Lightning Bolt back. Yeah.
Ooh, I guess like they could have Frostbolt or Frostbite.
Yep. Frostbite would do the job. Lightning Bolt would do the job. There are a couple of other, there are a couple of 1 mana spells that can do it.
All right, how many creatures can we cast out here? 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can't do both. I was wondering if they could do Autumn into. Oh no, because Nissa will make everything tap for double too. Okay, this is.
Oh my goodness, so much mana.
Yeah, so now your forest tap. Yeah, and so much mana. Fight the bird. Kill the bird.
Absolutely.
And
the goose off the top
because you have
Coven. Yep.
And a coma to boot.
Oof.
So basically here is pretty insane because on upkeep you can coma instead of drawing it.
Oh my goodness, you can. Yeah, that's pretty gnarly. My force is going to get in for a little bit of damage.
Okay, we
Go
got
Crasher as long
blockers
as
for days.
Dark Vision got boxes turn. Okay, yeah.
So it attacks, and I think it makes a Thorn Mammoth block, or it doesn't get the block.
A creature target doesn't get to block. So you can take one blocker out of the equation.
Away, that's right. So take away the Thorn Mammoth.
Mm-hmm. So the Force and the Augur are going to be stepping in front of these. And at this moment, it looks like 3 damage is getting through. Oh, but wait, there's more. It's actually 6 damage getting through.
Let's go to 4. That's fine. You're at 4. You should probably win next turn.
Right.
It's right here. I'm just gonna. Oh, see, before you should have stopped it because before draw you could have activated Cad Coma.
Oh, sure.
Because then you draw a different card, is what I'm saying. Like you would have drawn the Once Upon a Time versus drawing the Coma.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm going to take out the Crasher. And this is all with 3 lands, folks.
Yeah, 3 lands.
And Pact Indication's back. They could still cast out the Immortal Sun if they really wanted to.
Create a food, eat the food.
Just chow down a little bit.
Oh, he's gonna have a free fright target too because of the serpents coming in.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just game over.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, nothing to do there. All right. And with that, if I'm not mistaken, we're moving on to game 3. Am I right on that? Or am I mistaken? It's been a long day. I will own that. All right, here we go. Game 3. Let's go.
Game 3, let's go. Who doesn't like a good game 3?
I love a good game 3. Absolutely fantastic. Good stuff. I see Taraasyk in the opening hand. I'm not mad at that. Spirit Sentinel, Druid of the Cowl. Now, we're not, I mean, Spirit Sentinel can give us a blue source. But that is something we're otherwise missing.
Yeah, but you're tapping. You have to tap another creature, so you have your mana dorks, but they're like you have to tap your mana dork for 1 mana. So it's actually like net negative, I guess.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Guardian Project and Taraasyk. That's going to be a lot of card draw if it can get online. I'm a little confused by that block.
I think it's a fair block because that, like, that can build up a lot of advantage.
Yeah. But now we find ourselves in the blue mana conundrum. Because Drew to the Cowl taps for green, right?
Yeah, taps for green.
Okay. All right, so Ragavan is going to bite the dust there. Oh, Mass Manipulation. Great card.
Great card. Too bad you don't have 4 blue.
Yeah. And that 4 blue is a long way off at this point. So Taraasyk does present a really good blocker here, so that's something. And it being indestructible is pretty darn meaningful as well. All right. It's going to prevent 3 damage. My goodness. This carries Ev player is going wide.
Yeah. Go wide. And now Toski has to attack.
Yep, that's unfortunate. You do draw a card off it, though, so that's something. Hopefully blue
Blue
mana
mana?
source? Yeah, that's
I
a blue mana
mean-
source. It's not, well, it's not a land, but it's something.
So you can cast that. You can cast the bird. Then you can cast your other mana dork.
Yeah, might as well.
And then you can cast Kinnan and go off.
That's what it's looking like. At least that's the hope. Although, yeah. You need to top deck
Go
another
with the
blue mana
land.
source in order to really make it pop. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Just
Yeah,
attack.
if Vin
Just
has
attack the land.
Shadow Skull Smashing.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, brutal. That was absolutely brutal. So that gets rid of the blue mana source. I think that might be it.
I think
Treasure
that's
Vault.
it,
Yeah,
too.
that's a little too late. Could have worked with that earlier, but at this point, it's not looking good.
Oh, green
Ooh.
source off the top.
Ouch. Yeah, this is no bueno.
Yeah, there's no coming out of that one. Try to draw a card. You just try to draw blue.
Try to draw into something. Yeah. Might as well give it a shot. Double S Huntmaster. Nope, that's not going to do the job.
I mean, it is going to create 2 blockers. Or
Yeah,
3
that's true.
blockers, rather.
And Castle Garenbrig does ramp up well enough to make it happen. So, all right. Huntmaster, maybe not as bad a draw as I had initially thought.
So basically, the Fervent Champion's not coming in because you have a 6/6.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt any of the, maybe the 1/3 comes in, but probably not. I think their attacks are horrible now here with the 6/6 out.
Yeah, 6/6 and 2/2/2s. That's a
Burning
rough...
Hands.
Oh, Burning Hands would be nice. Yeah, absolutely.
Burning Hands. Burning Hands. Then you'd have good attacks. But right now, you can't even really attack with your land because you just lose a land.
Right. I mean, at this point, you got the opponent to 8, so all in.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. They go to 3.
Then you hope for a Royal Eruption off the top, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Lightning Strike for that matter. That would do the job as well. Are they going to shuffle the blockers around a little bit?
Yeah, I think they see it that they die to a shock, like anything, like not a shock, but a bolt.
Right. Yeah, in
One,
the historic
two.
card pool, there are a lot of burn spells that deal 3 damage that can go face. So I
That deal
definitely
3.
could see
So,
it
but if you
being
go 4, you're kind of safe.
right. Hmm. Attacking with the pack leader, making more wolves, drawing more cards.
There's an island.
There's an island. Knew they were in here.
So now you can Kinnan, sack the lands for treasures, so you get more double mana. Guardian Project. What does that card do? What does Guardian Project do?
Guardian Project says that whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it doesn't share I believe it's if it doesn't share a name with a creature that's already on the battlefield, you draw a card.
Didn't cast Kinnan.
Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature under your control or a creature card in your graveyard, you draw a card. So in a singleton format like this, Guardian Project is basically just play a creature, draw a card.
Okay, so you're taking 2 here minimum.
Right. Is Ginger Root worth? Well,
no. The Ginger Root is unblockable.
Right.
So that's what's kind of rough here. I think you have to commit the commander. Taraasyk. I would have done it before attack, so you don't have to worry about the 2/1 Ragavan coming.
Yeah, that would have made sense. Now, Tovolar's Pack Leader does have an activated ability that you can have another target wolf or werewolf you control fight a creature you don't control for 4 mana. So that could come in handy here.
Right now would be a good time to use it.
Yep, I'd say so. But it looks like they aren't going to. Going down to 1. Yep. Goblin Chain Whirler. Here's where the counterspell comes in handy.
Well, commit. They'll use commit.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because you can't pay for packs.
Can't pay for packs. Yep.
One treasure.
Grungrats of Idlemock, that's a card. My goodness. So this is I'm really fascinated here because the mono red deck has gotten the opponent to 1. This is exactly where you want to be. But the Simic ramp deck has.
So, like, how do you finish? How do you close out? How do you close out?
How do you close this out? Knowing the Goblin Chain Whirler is coming soon. Restoration Hullbreaker. That's a card.
Ooh, Hullbreaker is a card.
Mm-hmm. We still haven't seen Kinnan yet.
Gotten past all the burn. Here you go. Here comes Kinnan.
Excellent. All right.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana.
A lot of options. There are a lot of options going on right now.
I think I grow in rights first. See what's on the top of my deck. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now with that one treasure, the Pact of Negation is all of a sudden on the table. That's an option now.
And a whiff.
Ouch.
Luckily, growing rights will flip. There's 4 creatures on the field.
That is handy. All right. So with the Tovelar's Huntmaster, that 8 life that Vin finds himself at, definitely not insurmountable. That is,
Yeah.
that's no trouble at all. I got to say, the Kinnan player has done a phenomenal job of getting back into this game after a pretty brutal
Just
early
staying alive.
beatdown.
Just after
Yeah.
like just getting pummeled. So basically, whatever you have to block everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your board.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then you packed whatever they're gonna play on you. You packed it. Oh no, they're dead.
How so?
Well, because Ragavan comes in.
Mm.
Wait, I'm confused. Where that? Oh, because in the mock. That's right. The Cradle task for 6.
Yep. And just like that, the attacks weren't available.
Yeah.
And you keep packed up for the Chain Whirler. Akari Zev does not have haste, so that getting bounced back to hand is pretty brutal. Oof. At this point, do you spin the wheel of Kinnan and see what you get, or? Because at this point, you're wanting to close the game out. There's no question about it. Yep, Coma's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Guardian Project, nothing wrong with that. And you attack with Taraasyk because you have to. Probably the Hullbreaker and the Huntmaster? Or do you send basically the whole team except Kinnan in? My goodness, Xaxes in the end.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Wow.
Brutal. And it looks like it looks like our finals are about to be underway. Yeah, this artwork for Web of Inertia looks familiar. I feel like I may have had one of these back in the day.
Yeah.
or one of my friends did. You know, like
Yeah,
there was at least one
at the
copy
beginning
rolling
of
around the
each
playgroup.
combat of each opponent's turn, that player exiles. No, that's right. Exiles a card from their graveyard. That's right. Exiles a card from their graveyard. If that player doesn't, creatures they can't attack. So if they don't have any cards in the graveyard, they can't attack. But if they don't do this before they go into combat, then they can't do it.
That's
super
awesome.
funny. It's an amazing friggin' prison piece.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, we're into the finals.
We're doing it.
Are you ready for this?
We're doing it live, baby. Let's go.
Doing it live. Doing it live. Simic versus Azorius.
Here it is. Interesting. Okay, so in this situation, our Kinnan player did have to mull down to 5, and it looks like they are seriously considering putting Once Upon a Time into the library. I don't know how I feel about that.
Imagine mulling to 5 when you get that's 3 mulligans you have to take.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Yeah, so turn 1 Seagate Restoration enters tapped. You can cast Once Upon a Time Grafdigger's Cage. Ouch. Okay.
Yeah. A way to shut off Kinnan.
Wow. All right. That's pretty brutal.
Definitely need to land here. You can't take anything else.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. But he chooses to take the
Toadski.
squirrel instead. All right.
You're risking it for the biscuit. I mean, hey, I get it. You had the Seagate, but
Seagate's only 1 land. You need a fair number to really make it work. Oh, that Elysian carry did was off the top was pretty darn good.
countered.
There's a non-zero chance of that. Oh, but it didn't happen. Okay. I would not have been surprised. Oh, but it got removed. Okay.
Yeah. I know it's either getting countered or getting removed.
Kuribus to Seaguy. That's a nice card to have in a ramp deck.
Mind Stone, and then you could draw a card. Countered.
Right to the counter. Yep.
No ramp for you.
Yep. Vault is not letting that hit.
You don't get the ramp, and then I'll try to remove Kinnan as much as I can.
Yeah, and when your opponent mulls to 5, being able to restrict their resources in the early game is huge. That can make a massive difference.
Well, looks like we missed a land drop from Volt. Oh, there we go.
Just kidding. Never didn't have it. Keeping the counterspell mana up for Teferi. So all of a sudden, the ramp deck is now in the control plan.
I mean, Kinnan not missing lands. That's always good.
Somehow managing to not miss lands despite
Here
some
comes
questionable luck early. And Kinnan resolves, but there are no mana dorks or rocks to really capitalize on. Yeah, Vault saw to that.
Chat says we need some high tension music. What's a high tension music song you'd pick?
Ooh, I don't know. Something with violins though. I'm sure of that.
What about like the dungeon level of Mario?
Oh, there you go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that works. All right, the Kinnan beatdown plan. Not what you're trying to do, but hey, if it's what you got.
I see a board wipe.
Oh yeah. There's a decent chance of that.
I feel a board wipe coming.
Teferi right into the counterspell. Pact of Negation. Ooh. Countering the counter.
Oh. So I see this is gonna minus to get rid of Kinnan. Has to, right?
Chance of that. I mean, you could uptick it, leave the shark back to block, but I mean, at this point, well, with the Grafdigger's Cage down, Kinnon's ability is a non-issue, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check
It
how
still
that's
taps
worded.
for double mana, though. You can get your Kiora out there, right? Kiora Vs Ectyvolt, you can cast. You can cast Elder Gargaroth.
Yeah.
But I guess you get to untap. You can counter it. I hope so. Dingus Staff is a great card. I have that in Taraasyk Karlov.
Oh, nice. Ooh. Yeah, that deck especially, that'd be really powerful.
Just gonna leave.
Going face to get that sweet, sweet
yeah.
card draw.
So I lose a shark regardless, so I might as well take less damage.
Absolutely. Release Pixie. Yeah, some mana dorks here. Very upticking once again. Gonna draw a card.
Settle the Wreckage could be good here.
Mm-hmm. Source of
Sword,
Pleasure on Taraasyk.
okay. Sword of Pleasure is great.
Land of Abundance, good card, but you definitely wanted it in the opening hand.
Yeah. Well,
Kiora
Kiora's
Vs
here,
Ectyvolt.
so Kiora's here.
Absolutely. Yeah, Kiora Vs Ectyvolt, if you're not familiar, it's a saga where Chapter 1 says you win the game, Chapter 2 says you still win the game, and Chapter 3 says if you haven't won by now, you win the game.
Yeah.
It's a pretty great card.
You win the game. You just win the game.
Yeah, it's difficult to deal with. Borrow time on the Kiora Vs Ectyvolt, though. Getting rid of Chapters 2 and 3 is very meaningful, but there is that 8/8 hexproof Kraken. Just kidding!
Oh, sweet.
Making me eat my words here with that Divine Purge. My goodness.
Wow. And
All
Tara
right.
choosing
Okay.
to keep it in exile. Kinnan in exile. Oh, that's right. Oh my goodness. Because Treasure Vault to land or an artifact, it got destroyed as well. And then it comes in tapped.
Oh, that's brutal.
Brutal.
Wow. Oh,
That's wild.
Divine Purge is so mean.
Divine Purge is a very mean card. I remember your tweet about it there not too long ago. Those who are playing Divine Purge, fuck you.
No, it was just to everyone playing Divine Purge on the ladder, you will always win because my time is more valuable than my ladder ranking. Yeah, it was yeah, no, not a fan.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was definitely
Kinnan has to concede here, right? Yeah, Kinnan
yeah.
has to concede because they can't cast their commander now. Woof.
Ouch.
Didn't think that one through.
All right, looks like we're going to go to table
All right,
9.
We'll go to table 9 for the game 2.
2. Game 2 of the finals here in the Pizza Brawl Cup.
Can Freylaser go undefeated?
I mean, that's a possibility, isn't it?
Undefeated?
My goodness. That would be very impressive. Yeah, Divine Purge is pretty brutal. All right. So here we go, getting ready for round 2. So Freya Lisa, the fairy player, is up 1 game to Taraasyk. Taraasyk? Is it that simple, or is there more to it than that? Taraasyk? Taraasyk? I don't know. Anyway, I see that many A's in a row. I want to make sure I'm getting it right. All right. Well, not hesitating to keep it. Irrigated farmland, enters tapped. Great, solid duel. Just gives you what you need.
Oh, yeah. Curse of Silence, Kinnan.
Curse of Silence is pretty good. You can Curse of Silence Kinnan and still have or you can Arcane Signet, then Curse of Silence Kinnan, or Curse of Silence keep Spell Pierce up. Or not cast either and keep Jawari Disruption up. That works too. Guardian Project. That looks probably go Jawari there personally. Unless they need they need the land, so never mind. And then draw into an island. I would throw the Curse of Silence. Well,
I definitely throw the Curse of Silence out, but I get it because you have Mystical Dispute.
Sure. Yeah, that's the challenge with the control deck, is finding the right answers at the right time.
Not that I'm a horrible control player. I'm like, yeah. When do I counter?
Yeah, this counter works, right? Sure, throw it out. Let's go. Yeah.
This is kind of rough though, because now they can Mystical Dispute. They have the land to pay for it.
Right. Ooh.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Yep, Primal Command. Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Primal Command. That's actually banned in Historic, right? It's only legal in Brawl.
I believe that's correct. Yeah. Let me confirm that, but I believe that is accurate.
Or am I thinking of Primal Order?
No, Primal Command is legal in Historic, apparently.
No, I'm thinking of Natural Order, right? That's the 4-mana one. And that's what I'm thinking of. I'm like all the Strixhaven's.
Yep, that's the one.
So, yeah.
Yep, Natural Order is the one that you're thinking of.
Search your library for a creature, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. So what creature would you go for to put in your hand? A Mana Dork?
Probably at this point.
So see, if they had to cast out the Curse of Silence there, that puts 2 things that they had to remove there, and then Primal Command had to choose between the ramp or the curse.
Yeah, and actually that artwork for Primal Command is pretty cool. The spiral pattern that appears between the mage's hand, or just under the mage's hands there, actually is an homage to the original artwork on Primal Command that did have that same spiral pattern appear on it. So it's kind of fun. I was just looking at the original artwork for Primal Command. It's like, wait a minute. That's the same little symbol. That's neat.
Went and got Hullbreaker.
Ooh. That's a heck of a card.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. You got to name Kinnan here.
Right.
Right? Or you're just in trouble.
I mean, naming Hullbreaker might slow you down for a turn, but yeah, I mean, Kinnan's the answer. Yeah. 100%.
Dovin's Veto.
Oh, yeah. Stop that all day. Yeah, get that out of here.
All right, so I don't know. I mean, I guess so. Get the untap 2 lands. I was thinking like holding up Torrential Gearhulk. Oh, there's Baneslayer.
Baneslayer. Phenomenal card. We've seen that card do some phenomenal work today. How many more times can I say phenomenal? Well, it's phenomenal. What can I say?
Yeah, it's won probably 4 games now, 3 or 4
Something
games.
like that. Yeah. By invitation only, an excellent board wipe in this situation.
Negate you don't really care for, so you just cast. Oh, you just went to end step. Shit. Oh, I guess you have Gear Hulk.
Yeah. They're going to be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine. 6 mana.
Trevor the Mighty.
Sure.
All right. Sure. Rishkar. Okay.
Oh, this board wipe is gonna look real bad.
Yep.
Or real good, I guess, for Volt.
Absolutely.
No point in casting out the Gear Hulk. You're gonna board wipe.
Yeah, I would rather keep it back personally. Especially since they chose not to attack.
Yeah, board wipe here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, by invitation only, naming 0. Or no, you don't name 0. Sorry, you name 3.
You name 3
or 13 if you want to get saucy about it. But yeah, I was thinking it was all but that one, but no, it's 0 to 13.
I would be Baneslayer in here because Kinnan comes down, and then Hullbreaker comes down.
Mm-hmm.
I get that you want to get. I guess you want to get Hullbreaker.
Sure.
But I mean, I feel like Trencher Gearhawk can do that well enough.
Yeah, you're all well, yeah. Crazus.
That's Crazus.
See what you did there.
That's Luda Crazus.
Exactly.
All right, Baneslayer coming down.
Baneslayer coming down. Teferi has reached the coveted 8 loyalty with negate, and
Volt is looking at the good game. Looking at the good game. Draw card, draw land. Yeah, game over. Yeah, they know it.
Yeah, because Teferi is.
Let me alt here. Let me alt my walker.
Boom. Then recast that from the command zone.
Draw a card, get rid of Crazus, get in for 5.
Going straight for the lands. Oof. Yep, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Just get those lands out of here.
Gotta cast Hullbreaker now.
Gotta go for it, exactly.
Yeah, gotta go for it. Then you get rid of Hullbreaker.
Yeah.
Good game.
Oh my goodness.
Give me my points. Give me my points. That's a quick 2-0 from Volt. Quick 2-0.
Wow. Well played, everybody.
It's been a pleasure. Get off my plane.
That was fantastic.
Great
I gotta
game,
say,
guys, great game.
Beautifully played. Well done, all of our competitors. Thank you so much. Congratulations to top 8, top 4, and of course, to Volt, aka Frailezer, for bringing it in. Yeah, well played. Yeah, beautifully done. Dare I say, a clinic in control magic. We've witnessed that today. Yeah, huge congratulations. Yeah, beautifully done.
Yeah, what a way to sport the game. Wow.
I gotta say, this has been a phenomenal tournament. Like, everybody has been doing a great job. So, like, phenomenal job by all of our competitors. We saw some phenomenal fireworks today, and I don't just mean that because a lot of red decks showed up to play today, which I was happy to see. But in the end, Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, pulls it off. No surprise. Great deck, great card, and that ult is something to be feared. It just wins games. No way around it. It just wins games. So I just want to say huge thank you to everyone behind the scenes making it possible, the staff, and to Hollywood Pizza for putting on these tournaments. Can you believe it's been a year already? This is actually the 1-year anniversary of the PizzaBox tournaments, and I just think it's absolutely fantastic. And for 1 year, I got to say, Hollywood and the team have done a phenomenal job, and I'm honored to be a part of it.
Right?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Like this is such a fun. When I say that I can't think of a better place to spend my Sunday night, I'm not just like putting on airs. This is genuinely so much fun. I absolutely adore these tournaments. So I got to say huge thank you. And here's a huge thank you to you as well for joining me in the booth today. This has been an absolute delight. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Oh my goodness. And of course, huge thank you to the comic book store, comicbookstore.tcgplayerpro.com for all of your cardboard needs. Please check them out. They've got cards, they've got sleeves, they've got playmats, the works. Definitely check them out and consider making a purchase over there. It helps support the channel, supports the stream. And yeah, and don't hesitate to drop a follow or subscribe. That helps support Hollywood Pizza directly. So that would actually be fantastic. We really appreciate it. All right. And with that, we are actually going to throw a raid out to the greater Twitch universe. Somebody else who's playing Magic this fine evening, and so stick around for that. Let's find somebody and make their night. That's definitely the plan.
But again, whoever we raid, please stay in the chat. Hang out with them, shoot them a follow, and at the same time too, make sure you hit that their name on their stream and or reload it when you get in there, so you can actually count as their viewer.
Yes,
showing that support and love.
That's actually a little known fact about Twitch. It actually does make a huge difference. So yeah, definitely give it a refresh so you actually count on their analytics. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. We'll catch you next time.
There you go. You guys are great.